Programmet presenteras av NEH Jämtland och Workout Åre. ÖFK TV här, det är matchdag, det är Dynamo Kiev som står för motståndet och igen Burchnall, nu ska du avslöja startelvan. Vilka spelare ställer ÖFK med idag?
Yeah, today we're going to start with a 3-4-3 system. So we start with Sixten Molin in goal, then we have a back three of Thomas Isherwood, Doug Bergqvist, Eric Hogan. We're going to have on the right Sam Mensiro, on the left Patrick Capozzo, Pleo Revena Min and Curtis Edwards in the midfield. And then a front three of Ludwig Fridsson, Francis Baptiste and Jamie Hopcutt.
Really interesting here. Lots of players that haven't played together before.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think we get an opportunity to see players in against a really good team in new surroundings, and I think you know they'll be forced to adapt a little bit to play with each other. But you know it's going to be a long season, and many of these players will play together during the course of that. So it's really important that they get their grounding now. It's a system that I've used in the first two games also. So the system is nothing new, and it's one of many systems that we want to try out over the kind of coming weeks anyway. So, and it's of course, yeah, I think it's really important that guys, you know, like now Sixten, Thomas, Eric Hogan, Francis Baptiste are getting some exposure and game time from the start. You know, it's a very different dynamic when you come into a game or when you start a game, so it's nice for them to begin a game.
Hur många byten tror du att du kommer göra?
Yeah, I think we'll change quite a few. It's, you know, we're trying to balance game time. The game got shifted, so Dynamo Kiev shifted the game a couple of days on, so now we only have a couple of days in between the games, which has kind of meant that we have to be really careful with how we manage the game time over these two matches. So certainly we'll make some changes, some at half time and some later in the game.
Kommer man att byta målvakt?
No. That's not the plan. I think it's also important, you know, that the goalkeepers get opportunity to play 90 minutes. They've had their kind of like 45, and now we've got two games, so each can play 90 minutes in those.
Charlie Colquette?
Yes.
Hörde inte. Han finns på bänken.
Yeah, he's on the bench. Yeah. Hopefully he'll play some part in this, and then maybe a little bit more in the game on Friday. So he's been looking good in training, as is Marco Waymans. So I think it's important when you get them in that we use these few days to really assess them and where they're at, and that we manage the game time in the early kind of matches, because it's new surface, new team, new training. So we want to just be a bit cautious with that. But they've certainly looked very good in the training sessions, and it'll be exciting to see them over the next two games.
Vad förväntar du för matchbild? Vilken matchbild kommer det bli?
Yeah, I think we play. Of course, we played two good teams already in the Chinese team in Ranheim, but now we play, I think, a really, really high quality opposition, and it will be really interesting to see if we can control the game, how we want to be able to and attack the game, and try to kind of play out our style of football on Dynamo Kiev. So we know probably we'll have a bit more defending. We'll work a lot more without the ball in this game, but that's going to be good practice for us, and see how good we are in pressing against a team that's very good in build-up. So I think it's going to be a really interesting exercise for us.
Programmet presenteras av NEH Jämtland och Workout Åre.